Hello, Zach.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm good. Well, we made it through the first premiere episode. Oh wait, we are back. So 1 second. The shoe bandit is back. All right. Okay. Yeah, was it a five? Yeah, it was a five vote on Nicole. That kind of sucks. All right. Well, let's talk about it. Wait, hold on. Let me close out of the stream. So let's talk about it. Zach, thanks so much for joining me today, y'all. If y'all don't know, the Zach Perez on both, or basically on all social media, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all social media. You can find him at the Zach Perez. He does a lot of Big Brother content. You've seen him go viral on TikTok for that. But yeah, Zach, tell me your first impressions of this cast. This is a brand new cast. We are starting the season. I want to know what you think about everyone.
I mean, I'm. It is. It is very hard for me to like. I feel like this cast especially is just always going to be known as, um, the cast we had the season we have to get through to get to 50.
Yep.
Unfortunately, and I mean, I'm trying to like I'm looking at the list right now and like there's no real big standouts. Like I feel like everyone in this episode got their moment,
Hmm.
like at least somewhat. Um, Christina and MC maybe like well, Christina did have hers. I feel like MC was sort of like the one that was very very low key, almost like not there, and um oh forgot there were two Sophies,
Yeah, there is two
but
Sophies. It's gonna be a wild season.
yeah, so I didn't even know. Well, I do know now because Sophie's on blue, the other Sophie's on yellow.
Yep, yep,
Okay,
yep.
so um, I mean I like him overall. I feel like with this vote, especially it being so straightforward, it's kind of annoying. But it's also like I mean, yeah, that's how you can
It's the
start
first
out,
vote,
and yeah, so I mean, I felt whenever she got the as a financial crime consultant,
Yeah.
it's like you're done.
Yeah, you're
You're
done.
done.
Yeah, and I feel like they kind of did her dirty with that because they straight up did that to show like, oh, like she's supposed to be perceptive, but she can't realize that all of the votes are on her. That's literally why I felt like they showed that, and it kind of sucks. But it is the first episode. I feel like there was a lot of good like exciting moments. There was quite a bit of crying in this first episode. Usually we see crying like later on, but we're seeing it early, which is good, especially like from Rizzo, right? Rizzo winning, he was crying a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, not the eye roll, Zach. Tell me more about that. What are your thoughts on Rizzo?
And it's not just Rizzo, it's just the crying. Like, okay, like I understand. I feel like I'm saying this right now, and they only cast super fans now,
Yeah,
supposedly.
supposedly.
Um, and it's like their lifelong dream. I mean, I feel like it is one of my dreams too to be on Survivor,
Yes.
but uh, it's the crying for me. Like, I feel like the only time well, the only time it's acceptable to cry is like family visit, which we don't get that anymore.
No.
So
Well, you get the
um,
letters, which I could see how that would be emotional just to be like reading text from your like
you
loved
think?
ones. I think like I honestly if I'm in that situation, I haven't seen anybody for what, 20 days around, like that's when they get their letters. Like, and I've been playing a game where I can't literally trust anybody. I think just having any solace of connection back to home would probably make me cry. And I'm not the biggest crier. Like I am not a big crier, but I know that at some point I will probably like when I'm on Survivor, I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna manifest that when I'm on Survivor, that those the loved one letters will probably make me at least tear up a little bit. I probably won't be sobbing, but at least I'll get teary-eyed.
Well, you can have that. I
Zach's like, I am.
No, it will not be me. I say that. Watch, whenever I'm on the show,
Yeah.
I'll be crying. But
exactly, and
well, first you have to get.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm saying it, is because when I make it on the show, if I were to say that, oh, I'm not gonna cry, somebody's gonna find that clip, somebody's gonna post it all over here and say like, oh, this little bitch, he said he wasn't gonna cry, but look at him, he's sobbing on national television, and I don't want that clip out there.
I just think like, I don't know, if I'm reading a letter, I'll be like, oh, cool, I'll see them in a few days. It would feel like an extended like vacation, and I also feel like I feel like whoever would be writing my letter, no one in my actual life kind of knows what Survivor is. Like, as in, there's still people that I'm friends with who are like, oh, that's fake, and I'm like,
yeah. I hear people say it's fake all the time.
It is not fake. It is literally not. Like, of course they're not going to let you die.
Yeah, of course.
Like, there's that aspect, but it's not fake. And so I feel like any of my family members writing those letters would be like, I guess I'm just doing this. He'll be on like a vacation.
Yeah, he'll be out in Fiji, like doing whatever.
Yeah, but I just feel like I'll just read it and be like, oh, cool. I'd be more focused on the food, in my opinion, if it was that.
Oh, yeah, truly. You can catch me being like Liz from 45, screaming about
I see you
Chili's
every day.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I would be. You just watch me like fucking inhale all of that Wendy's. Like, I love food so much. Like, what would be, okay, so this isn't in my questions, but like, what would be the one food you would miss the most going out on Survivor in Fiji?
I've thought about this, like, especially during an auction.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like I would honestly miss like Reese's.
Yeah, you're speaking my language.
And then like a good burger or something like that.
Oh, hell yeah!
Like, yeah, like no pizza. Like, Survivor pizza is terrible.
Yeah, it looks terrible. Whenever I see it, I'm like, that doesn't look appetizing.
And that's what the rest of the like everyone on the show says, it's not good. but they don't care because they're obviously hungry, so they're gonna eat it.
Exactly. All right, cool. Let's hop into a few of the standout moments from the episode. So I think, the big one was Hina, Yellow Tribe kind of, let's start there. So Yellow Tribe at the marooning, they were able to work together really well and sort of win that initial marooning challenge. Do you feel like they can keep that streak alive? Do you feel like it's kind of like the Green Tribe from a few seasons ago, where it was a little bit too kumbaya for too long, and then all of a sudden they have to cut somebody, and then Annika kind of gets the short end of the stick kind of situation? Do you feel like it, like, give me your thoughts on the Hina Tribe winning that initial marooning challenge?
I feel like, because this is why I hate the 3 tribe. Well, I hate it now because we've just been getting it so much, and it's just like, okay, enough's enough. Like, we need like 2 tribes, or what? I'm not going to get into 50, but we know what's going to happen there.
Yeah.
But I like a 2 tribe every now and again, and it's like, I feel like we're on course for another Lulu type of tribe. The 3rd tribe that's just gonna self-implode and always go to tribal.
Yeah.
And
I feel like that's been happening like every season.
Yeah, and it's like it's gonna happen, because the first challenge, whenever someone wins whenever a tribe wins one, and especially going into immunity, they're just going to keep on going because Jeff keeps on insisting of taking the flint and giving them the bare minimum, and it's like, that's not fun.
Yeah.
My favorite openings for Survivor, like thinking of Millennials versus Gen X, or I think they did it for. No, they didn't do it for. Well, Millennials versus Gen X is the main one. Like, they started with marooning, like starting with a marooning, and like just getting stuff off of the boat, and then just going off.
Yeah.
Perfect. Hidden advantages maybe somewhere in there.
Exactly.
I feel like that's just perfect, and it just sets the game off right, and then that's it. I don't like the opening. I don't like the opening challenges. It's just like
it kind of sets the scene in a weird way because it well, I could see like the sort of the I could see the argument for both. The marooning is great. You sort of can grab supplies. You can see who's grabbing what supplies, but it allows you to sort of form those connections before you even go on into a challenge and be like, all right, this is what I'm strong at. This is what I'm not strong at. And so because they never show if they have time to sort of strategize. I'm sure they have like a few minutes to be like, I'm strong at this. I'm strong at this. But giving them like at least 12 hours to doing that, like that would be solid. But at the same time, forcing people to sort of work under pressure, it kind of like will bring out the weak links in the chain as well. And so I see the argument for both, but I definitely hear you that we've seen this 3-tribe marooning challenge immediately format, and it's time to spruce it up a little bit.
Yeah, like it's same old. Like Jeff is so tone deaf to the fans. This is a hot take.
Ooh.
Jeff will either, or Jeff, like Survivor, Jeff has helped Survivor get to where it is. But I feel like if Survivor ever ends or has a downfall, it will be because of Jeff.
Interesting. You think he is both the creator and he's both in charge of and responsible for the creator of the show plus responsible for its demise?
I mean, look at the hourglass twists.
That's a good point. I mean, hey, at least they listen to the fans in that and they sort of like cut that shit out. Do you see a future with maybe even in this season where we maybe switch into a 2-tribe format? Because they did sort of hint in the Next Time on Survivor that there is going to be something that happens like that everybody was shocked and it's never been seen in the new era. Like, what do you think that's going to be?
I don't know, like maybe a mix or swap or something.
Yeah.
But we kind of have, because we've had an absorption a little bit, so I don't really know. It's kind of because they can't do 2 tries next episode because there's 17 people.
Yeah.
So
it'd have to be the following
unless
one.
So they might, but
unless they do like unless they do like an 8-8 and whoever doesn't get chosen goes home.
Or goes to exile.
Or goes to Exile Island, yeah. I would say go home.
Yeah.
I mean, they just did that on Big Brother. Why not? Like, hey, if you can't get picked, go. You got to get out.
That is one thing Survivor has at least listened.
Yeah.
They've only eliminated someone right out of the gate. Oh, 2 people right out of the gate. One time.
Yep.
And they stopped that, and they never did that again.
Yep.
So glad for that. But that could happen too. I feel like it's like every other episode is like, never in Survivor has this happened. I feel like Jeff always hypes that up and stuff. And it's like, yeah, it's never happened before, but it's like something like minute or something.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Who
but
knows? Who knows what it could be? I mean,
mm-hmm.
yeah, there also has been a lot of like next time on Survivor, the biggest thing ever, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
somebody found a beware advantage, like,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, so that's it. That's interesting, and it's I don't know who like what's gonna happen with that, but all right,
Oh,
so
that
we
that's another thing too. Did anyone find anything this episode?
no, I was going to bring that up, but there was no talk of beware advantages, idols, or anything like that in this whole season, like in this whole episode. Like it's interesting that we like I feel like this is the first new era season in a long time that there hasn't been any talk. Like episode 1 talk of somebody running to go find advantages or anything like that. There's a little bit of talk of like Annie going off on her own, but never of
But
like
she was just
she was just walking. She was just like, and Jake caught up with her immediately. So who knows what that could be. So
yeah, and it's also interesting because Nicole seems like a super fan,
yeah,
and then again, it could have been she wasn't like reading the room and like just seeing the writing on the wall, which some people aren't as perceptive.
right.
Um, I'm surprised she didn't at least attempt to go try to find something.
Right. Like
But
even like if there was like a hint like so I just played an LRG and I was and it was so fun, but any moment I was just even walking around. Like I wasn't looking for anything, but I was like keeping my eyes out for anything. And maybe they do this as well, but like you always got to be looking. If you find something like I found an idol and then I didn't have a chance to go grab it until like a few tribals later because I was like I know that like this is so out in the open I can't grab this. But like you know maybe there's that situation that they like walked past it a bunch to like see but they just it's not maybe part of the editor's storyline that they're trying to get right now. So
well, if I ever went out there, I would do the Russell Hantz.
oh
Have
yeah.
you heard about how he tried to
Oh, the cameraman
find out?
strategy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He would look for idols, and as soon as the cameraman stopped filming him, he knew that it wasn't there. And so then he would go and
Yeah.
he would look for in a different area. I'm just for anybody that wasn't aware. And then he would go and look in a different area, and if they kept filming him, then from there he would be like, "All right, I'm going to keep looking over here." And that's how he kind of found one without any clues or anything like that.
And then he would look for at where the cameraman was looking at specifically, or
Yep.
see like if he can see the. So
Exactly. Yeah, using
yeah.
I think they've gotten smart to that and they've gotten privy to it because I'm sure that as soon as Russell had as soon as Russell revealed that, I am sure, 100% sure, Jeff pulled all the cameramen into a room and was like, "Listen, you fucks." And and then sort of was like
Well,
berated them saying, "Do not point out where these advantages are."
well, that's what I'm. It's very hard not to
Yeah.
if someone's like if they know because like thinking about like off camera or something like
Yeah.
on 42 whenever there was a clue hidden in the fish
Mhm.
and no one knew about it or anything like that, or Omer finding a idol nullifier or something like
Yep,
that.
yep,
he
yep, yep.
he found something, but it's like I feel like cameramen and production above all else is going to making sure that they have people finding stuff over letting the game play out on its own, if
That's
that makes
true.
sense.
That's true. Do you so I guess going off of that, like I mean you and I are both reality TV like fans, I would say. Do you feel like production has favorites when they do things like that?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, mind you, that doesn't always work in people's favors. Like Boston Rob had to literally play the game uh 3 times in order to get his win. No, 4 times in order to get his win.
Yeah.
So, and then casting him on a season with and putting him on a tribe with everyone that loves him.
Right.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that wasn't. I'm sure that wasn't something just iron or luck or anything like that. That production definitely. Jeff definitely has his favorites. Apparently, it's all men. Because
Of course.
Jeff can't see his own misogyny. But you
Oh,
know,
oh, oh.
I'm sorry, but whenever he said I don't even know why I'm saying I'm sorry, but like whenever he said like whenever he was talking about like well, men are the most are the people who get quoted the most on Survivor, and it's like, okay, I don't even remember. There's only one man
Yeah.
that I have quoted before on Survivor, and that's Tom Westman. You know, tomorrow we make our apologies. Tonight we make our move,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone else like, it's Parvati. You know, it'd be a shame to watch green bananas turn yellow.
Yep.
Um,
Sandra. Like
yeah,
you hear
I
all.
can get loud too,
Yeah, exactly. You hear that. So, um,
but no, they definitely have their favorites though.
yeah, I definitely think they have their favorites, but I want to like you kind of mentioned this with Boston Rob. I do feel like there is some sort of integrity that they can't mess with the game too much, so that it's
Oh
like
yeah,
they don't stop a vote out from happening. Though,
no, yeah,
unlike other shows, I feel like mainly because they have legal on site and all that stuff. Because if somebody gets wind of that, they could be like, wait. Whereas like we see other shows, like I'm gonna pull like Drag Race for a second, where they are very clearly playing favorites. Like it's in some episodes, it's like, whoa, that person did not do well, and they somehow are moving on, or they are staying there. But different show, so we don't have to
no,
worry about it. CBS is a little bit bigger than Wow Presents.
oh yeah, I definitely agree too. There definitely there definitely is integrity and everything like that, but can't sit here and I feel like they won't ever acknowledge that they have favorites, but they definitely do have them.
Right.
Like Boston Rob is always the first one they call whenever there's a returning season.
Right.
So
Exactly. Yeah. All right, so let's hop back to this premiere episode. I want to hear about your thoughts on. So, well, let's so we talked about the marooning challenge, and then we got a little sidetracked with talking about Boston Rob somehow. He always gets brought up with Survivor. But then we sort of right after that we went over to the like earn your camp supplies. All right. So we've got Alex and we've got Rizzo. Do you feel like Alex sort of threw in the towel a little early on that because he saw how far ahead he was?
yeah, he definitely did. Like I I don't I mean, unless he was just digging in the wrong place or just wasn't digging like deep enough, which I feel like he
Mm-hmm.
was digging the right amount, so it was just in the wrong area. So I feel like he was just like, "Oh, I can take my time." Rizzo doesn't even have a clue, and
Yeah,
then Rizzo started cheating off him, which is fair game.
totally
Like
fair.
anything to win, especially whenever it's a tribe thing. Like, yeah, if because if he would have lost, well, his tribe still won, but because those two tribes, well, the was it Rizzo's on red, and then the other
Yep,
guy was on yellow,
on blue. Alex is on.
on blue.
Wait, yeah, Alex is on
Oh,
blue.
well then I don't know. Then maybe it could have changed the outcome of the immunity challenge.
Yeah,
Uh, so anything because in one hand it could have or obviously in this timeline it's Nicole going
mm-hmm.
and blue team losing that earn your supplies or whatever.
Yeah,
And then if they would have lost, I feel like Rizzo would have gone because it was like, well, you're not good at puzzles. You barely helped out in the comps, so
yeah.
it's like you got to go.
Do you think Rizzo would have gone, or do you feel like there was somebody else on the bottom of red? Because like I do have a note here to talk about Savannah's read on the Uli tribe, which is the red tribe, and I am I don't know if Rizzo would have gone.
Mm, I mean, who would have gone over
I
him?
mean, because Savannah was kind of talking about how Jawan, who was trying to make the fire, she she kind of called out like, you can't make fire and you've been practicing for how long? Like, you need to go. And she kind of said that outright. And so that makes me think like, if they would have gone, if Red would have gone to tribal, I think Jawan possibly would have gone.
I
Or like
feel like
maybe it would have
is
flipped onto
Joanne.
Shannon, maybe because like there was kind of talks about on how likable she was, and so I'm not sure who exactly would have flipped onto if it wasn't Jawan. But
I, f- I feel like Joanne and Nate have quite a bit in common,
yeah,
and that could have linked because I feel like that would have linked them up, and then Sage and Shannon probably would have linked up.
yeah, I have it written down, or like I have it marked here. Like I was keeping track of alliances that Sage and Shannon like formed a an official alliance based on like the edit, and then we have Shannon and Savannah forming an official alliance, and then Savannah and Jawan forming one. Um, but then towards the end of the episode, she like kind of cut it. So I almost want to make it like a, excuse me, a dotted line. But Rizzo doesn't have any like, yeah. So maybe Rizzo would have gone because he didn't have any explicit
Exactly.
alliance talked about.
So and yeah, I feel that's what probably would have happened. But
Yeah,
I feel like the challenge was nice. I mean, it wasn't anything.
yeah,
It honestly wasn't. I, I'm gonna say this because it was on the first day too.
yeah.
It really wasn't that hard.
It,
Like,
yeah, it wasn't that hard. It didn't seem like that hard of a challenge, which is actually like I kind of enjoyed that. I liked that it was like
yeah,
it was a quick challenge, so they weren't stuck there for 3 hours carrying water or wood or whatever, and they weren't wasting all of the limited energy they have because they're not given any food. So,
hmm
like I feel like we've seen this in New Era where they have to go like um what's it called? It's sweat versus savvy. That's what it's always been called. But like this one is
oh yeah,
not
yeah,
very
yeah.
sweat versus savvy. It was just like
I feel like
it's like earn your supplies because it's like
sweat, sweat and
a
savvy.
sweat and savvy, I guess. But like this
Yeah.
like the sweat versus savvy has always been like the sweat has been like perform 4 hours of hard labor or figure out this puzzle. Like and it was just it's like I felt like that always was like really weird because I didn't think that that was a good way to start the game off for anybody. You're basically gassing a tribe out, gassing two people on two different tribes out, and then on top of that, or possibly more even, because like what was it? It was like the Q and Jelinski. Jelinski? No. Q yeah, Q and Jelinski. Jelinski?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Where he like threw the
Jelinski was
hourglass. Yeah.
yeah,
Um
because that's where the several
yeah, the
came in.
several, episode several. Um he like threw the hourglass and so it was those two and so you're gassing two people out and that tribe now is already at a disadvantage because they don't have their camp supplies at all. They don't have a flint, they don't have a machete, they don't have anything. And then on top of that, two of their members are completely spent and have wasted all their energy that they probably just like shoved a bunch of pasta in themselves at Ponderosa prior to going out there. Like I never understood sweat versus savvy. So this was a nice breath of fresh air for me at least. It was nice to see like a quick challenge. It wasn't too difficult. It was funny to see Rizzo sort of taking control of his own destiny by being like, you know what, I'm just gonna fucking cheat. Like that's cool. Like do it. Like mainly because production said you never said you couldn't. So make it funny and
No,
do it.
but also, how did you not get that?
Right. Right. I mean, I would have this is me. This is me personally. I would have looked at Alex's board. I would have seen, "Oh, the X is in between two logs. Hey, on my side, There's two logs over there. Maybe I should go dig between the two logs. Literally my thought process in that. He would have saved so
Well,
much time.
I think they may have, because I feel like Survivor is always the you have to finish the puzzle before you move on to the next
Oh,
thing.
yeah, maybe. But that's
But
yeah.
but if he was able to do that, I would have done that too. Where
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
well, I know where.
I probably would have asked production in secret. Like been like,
Yeah.
"Hey, like can I do this?" And they're like, "Well, yeah, you can look at his, but it's not going to be the same." And it's like, "Okay, then no, that's fine." Um I feel like I'm just also more perceptive that I would have looked at the field and been like, "There's two logs on this side, two logs on that side. It's probably around the logs. It's either in front of them and behind them, whatever." Like, so I don't know, but so that was that. Alex won. Alex lost that because kind of threw in the towel, but Rizzo was able to win his camp supplies. Do you feel like Alex losing that was kind of the start of the Kelly or the Kella tribe sort of breaking down?
Oh yeah, I feel like if you start off like already losing, losing the starting challenge, and then losing another one,
Yeah.
and then it's just a trickle. It's
It's,
just it is it's a downward spiral, and
yeah.
hopefully, because I don't feel like Nicole was holding them back or anything like that.
No.
I mean,
I
because
think yeah.
that comp, the final thing is really just teamwork, and if you're not able to work together, I don't feel like there was anyone else who would have worked better or anything like that. It just happened that way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's kind
I'm
of like it's this is kind of like the same script we've seen on New Era Survivor is that you keep food, you keep flint, you keep camp supplies away from these tribes, and there's always that one tribe that just can never win because they don't have anything to win. They can't do anything to sustain themselves. They can't do anything to keep themselves warm. Though it has been said about this season that this season was exceptionally warm and humid. So like I'm guessing not having fire is a little bit okay because they don't need it for warmth. If anything, it would just be cooking. But they're not catching fish yet. There's been no, fishing supplies provided. So yeah. Let's now sort of so then we had the immunity challenge where this is just another standout moment where we see the tribes all working together pretty well. And like of course there was some like, back and forth, but they all made it to that last part of the puzzle where they had to like drag the ball through the snake maze. And you sort of see the breakdown of the Kella tribe happening in real time. Annie and Nicole are sort of going at it, and then they drop the ball immediately when starting it, and then they start to um, they get to the end and they drop again. Is this? Do you predict this is going to keep going? They're just not going to be able to break down, or do you feel like getting Nicole out of there will sort of help put Annie in her place? And this is, I know I'm saying this like with the preface of they kind of sort of spoiled the next episode of Sophie and Annie going at it. So
I mean, I feel like Annie is gonna be the oh my gosh, was it Sue
the Sue,
in
yeah,
47?
suits me, yeah,
Yeah, I feel like Annie's gonna be put in that where it's like if she keeps on making it, it's just like as long as you're not against her, she's cool with you.
yeah,
So I mean, it looks like this didn't happen. Like this Nicole going out isn't gonna stop her from doing anything.
right.
So
You don't know? You don't know. All right. Um I want to talk about a little bit of like who like on each tribe has like a best read on the game so far. So let's first talk about the Kella tribe, who like out of because Nicole was just voted out, out of Jake, Jeremiah, Sophie, Alex, and Annie, would you say has the best read on the tribe, like the best social dynamic?
I mean, I feel like Sophie.
Sophie. All right.
I feel like she kind of knows where everyone is, and
Mm-hmm.
she's calling out things like she sees it. Is she the best placed? No. Well,
No.
I think she is because no, never mind. She is honestly in the best place because, like, looking of obviously Jake is at the head of the tribe right now,
Mm-hmm.
and his co-captain is Alex.
Yeah.
Um, they're like the straight gay dudes, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
The bromance.
yeah. Um, and looking at her, Annie isn't gonna turn on her. Jeremiah isn't gonna turn on her, and from what it sounds like, Alex and Jake aren't either.
Mm-mm.
So if she can ride the middle well on that, she'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. So with what I'm gonna say something that might change your opinion. What do you think about Alex being in the best position? And the reason I say this is because he has an alliance with every other person in that tribe.
Yeah, but
He would flip on
if you're in
Annie.
alliance with if you're in alliance with everybody, then you're in alliance with nobody.
Yeah. That's true. But at the same time, I would say that he has his core four alliance with Annie as like the swing. So I feel like he's in a good position that if he needed to, like let's say Jake started going off the rails, he could definitely pull Jeremiah and Sophie and Annie to be like, let's vote this fucker out. But I'm not entirely sure. Like and I'm playing advocate here. I'm not I
No,
do
you're good.
also agree that Sophie is probably in the best spot. But looking at my like little alliance breakdown here, Alex kind of played the tribe pretty well and was able to get in with everybody from what we saw. Sometimes, there are alliances that aren't shown on TV or even talked about. So,
Uh, I'm just getting Keyshawn vibes from him.
mm,
Of he's gonna be in the middle, but someone's gonna see it,
yep,
and someone's gonna know it, and he's gonna get sniped
yep, yep. I could see that
because
because they're gonna be like, he's the swing vote. Let's vote the swing vote to actually make it, you know,
or he's in with everyone. He's cool with all of us.
yeah,
Why are we letting him? Why would we take him to the merge where he's gonna make even more connections
right,
and it's gonna be even harder to get him out?
right.
And he's a physical threat,
Yeah, he is. He's true. Yeah, it's true. He is physically a
e-
threat in this game.
even though he lost.
Yeah, even though I mean, yeah, it was kind of a sad loss too. Like I'm sure he's embarrassed by that, which I would be very embarrassed if I was so far ahead in that challenge and then just let it all go. I would be devastated. All right, let's talk about the Hina tribe. We didn't get much alliances talked about on the Hina tribe other than Steven making an alliance with MC, Old Boy Scout, and Super Smash Bros. I don't remember their names. Jason, right?
Jason
And
and Steven.
Steven. Jason and Steven. No, Steven's the uh Matt. That's who it is. So that's really, I feel like that one's, we don't have enough information yet, but based on this episode alone, it's kind of Steven's in the best
I
spot.
feel I feel like they're going to be the tribe that's probably going to be winning a lot.
Yeah. They're
Surprisingly.
they're kind of like the Green Tribe with like Maria and Charlie, like where they were just like, we won, we're gonna go back to camp and, talk how many Taylor Swift songs I know. Like, that's what they're gonna be doing. Like that's what I expect in the coming episodes with them. They just seem very well connected and like well balanced. They seem like a well balanced tribe between smarts and strength. Do you get that read as well?
Yeah, I kind of get that too. Strength is I don't feel like they're the strongest tribe, but I feel like I feel like they are the best tribe working together,
Hmm.
or at working as a team. Um, because strength wise, if you're looking at the tribe that's probably the strongest, I would have said it was the blue tribe. I mean, they
Yeah,
have the strongest
they
guys on their
do.
team.
They do.
O- Obviously, they leveled it out with putting like the I think she's the oldest woman on this season.
Annie.
Yeah, yeah. They level it out by putting the oldest woman on their tribe, and it's like, and also they're not working together well. So, but I would say their Hina tribe is, if they can keep on working well together and have that kumbaya, because they're the ones that were yelling going into
Yeah,
like the
exactly.
challenges, right? And it's just like, I mean, keep it up, then why not?
Why not? Truly,
it's gonna
why
be
not?
it's gonna be harder to break them up in the future, but you never know.
You never know. I do follow MC. I follow everyone on Instagram, but MC posts a lot of her workouts, and it is insane the workouts she does and how what she did to like prepare for Survivor. It is like CrossFit plus, a bunch like running, like everything, literally everything. Um, all right, let's hop over to the Uli tribe because I feel like this one is a little bit more complicated too. So, who on the Uli tribe, which is to remind you, it's Rizzo, Nate, Jawan, Savannah, Shannon, and Sage. Who do you feel like is the most connected there? And I feel like I already know your answer to this.
Savannah.
Yep. Yep. It has to be Savannah. She got so many confessionals running the show there. Um,
Yeah.
and it was just
Yeah.
it was really impressive to see her the way she was able to present and talk about the tribe dynamics too.
Yeah, especially her coming from a reporter background and everything. Obviously, Survivor loves their reporters,
Hmm.
i.e., the one coming on next season. Uh,
I don't know what you're talking about.
um, well, that one's confirmed though.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
talking about I'm talking about Rick Devon,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Rick Devons. Um, Survivor loves their reporters,
Yep, that's true.
so I'm I predict her to be going to be pretty well set in this tribe.
Hmm.
Um, I just don't know who she ends up going with. Like, if I'm looking at this without any other pretext, I really could not see who she goes with.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Without the rumors, without the rumor mill going, without Reddit, you have to remove that from your brain. But yeah,
I'm trying.
yeah, I'm trying to, but I'm also watching the edit so closely. Um, so yeah, I agree. Based on this episode, it's kind of hard to sort of understand where Savannah goes because she kind of she talked about how she's close with Shannon, but Shannon's like rubbing her the wrong way, and that she's like close with Nick, but was also like calling him dad, or sorry, Nate, but also like calling him dad. There wasn't really a connection that we saw between like Sage and Savannah. We didn't see Savannah and Rizzo talk at all this episode. And then Jawan, she's kind of throwing me under the bus, being like, you can't make fire, you gotta go, dude. Like, I feel like she's got a good read on everybody and she's in everybody's good graces at least. That at least she would survive the first vote they go to tribal council at.
Yeah, I could see that too. I'm because I want to, because obviously the two main stars of this tribe are, oh, Jawan got some stuff. It's I'm still trying to learn everyone's name.
Yeah, it's all right.
Like, no, and it usually takes me an episode or two, and then it's like, oh, now I'm starting to, oh yeah, this is this person, this is that person. But yeah, I'm I think I honestly think we're gonna see a disaster tribe again.
Yeah. And do you feel like that's gonna be the Kella tribe?
Okay, yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
If
sad.
Yeah. This is just hopeful thinking that, well, maybe we're not. Maybe
Maybe, maybe not.
we're just having PTSD from last season. And
The season
was there
prior.
one on 47?
I think there's
It
always
was
a disaster
47.
tribe. I feel like there's always. Um, let me hold on. Season
Let me go see.
47. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up. Survivor. Oh yeah, it was the. Oh wait, actually,
Lavo.
yeah, was it the Lavo tribe? Yeah, or no?
Yeah, I mean, they went twice, but
Was
no
it
one really.
was it Gata?
No,
Oh
no,
yeah.
God only lost 2 people.
Oh, maybe it was Lavo. They won the first immunity and
It
then
was
they like wait.
it was fairly even.
Yeah, that one was fair. 47 was fairly even. Um,
46 wasn't. 48 wasn't. 45. 45 wasn't. No, because that was Emily and Caleb.
yeah, yep,
So
man.
yeah, 40,
Yeah,
44 wasn't. Yeah, it was.
I feel like you see it more often than not in New Era Survivor though. And it kind of sucks and it's like how do they plan for that? Like especially if Kella is the disaster tribe, there's no way they could have predicted that. Like specifically with,
You know how to.
what?
You know how to predict that? Only do 2 tribes.
Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go. If there is a disaster tribe, then it's what? We it's like a Survivor throwback, you know? Like
Yeah, and yeah, there's only been one time where there has been a tribe that was decimated,
yeah.
like with the 2 tribe format, that is.
Yeah.
So we'll just go back to it, and then if it starts, if it's they lost 2 or 3 challenges in a row, swap time.
Swap. Exactly. Like don't let them like stop giving us this like this disaster story of over and over and week after week just watching them mainly because not only does it suck to watch somebody like lose over and over again, but we don't build connections with any of the other tribes. We get less
Hmm.
screen time of the other tribes because specifically after immunity challenges, they pretty much focus on the tribe that's going to tribal council for the scramble. And we don't get that for any other, we don't know any other tribal lines. We don't know anything like that. And so I agree with you. Go back to the two tribe format. We need to like not have this like disaster tribe happen. And but who knows, maybe it'll happen on 50, right? Or maybe it'll be a twist this season. Maybe we'll see it this season, who knows. We have about like 10-ish minutes left, so I did want to ask you um a few more questions really quickly. Who do you think is the winner of this episode? A specific castaway. Who do you think is the winner of this episode? And it's the premiere, so I know it's a little bit harder to go on. But yeah, who's the winner of this episode?
Um, Honestly, Jake.
Jake. Okay, tell me more.
He he got what he wanted. No one put a target on him,
Mm-hmm.
and he's leading his tribe down the eliminate the weak, keep the strong.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the only person that's going to be against that is Annie.
Yeah. Yeah. Annie's I mean, Annie's a rock star, so she's pretty punk rock. And so like, yeah, I see her going up against Jake pretty hard.
I mean, yeah, but like once Jake goes, then that's going to be then it's going to be like, oh, so we got to target the strong.
Yeah.
Alex is next. And then what? They just keep on going, and then Sophie's probably next, and then it's just going to be Annie and Jeremiah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you think it
I
could
don't think
get
anyone
down to?
wants that.
Yeah. Do you think it could get down to
Well,
Annie and Jeremiah?
I'm just saying, like, if that were to happen,
Got it.
like, but I don't think, I think, I think Jeremiah is looking to ride with the strong train for a little bit,
Yeah.
because, and I also feel like Survivor is probably going to try to do a swap or something like that, just to
Mess with
hopefully
everyone.
not give us, yeah. So Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And then all right. So on the opposite end now, um, and I'm gonna encourage you to not pick Nicole because Nicole was voted out. Who do you feel like the loser of this episode was? Who do you feel like didn't do so hot? And it's not that they are a loser themselves, but like they just didn't have a good edit this episode.
I mean, Nicole. I'm just kidding.
No, I said not Nicole. I mean, it's we can go Nicole
Yeah,
because
no, you're
voted
good.
out, but
No, no cop out. Yeah. Um, I'm Rizzo.
Rizzo. All right, tell me more.
Uh, I'm looking at the long term effects of this. Like, obviously, he won the challenge, mind
Hmm.
you, and uh, but we haven't seen any real connections. He missed that bonding initial time.
Yeah.
Uh, he led his tribe in the first challenge down the wrong path of the puzzle for a little bit. Um, and then afterwards, he's like, "Yeah, I suck at puzzles." Admitting a weakness, while it can help some, it's also like, well, that's one thing you're not good at. And he's not a. Let me see who he's with. Jawan, and I guess Jawan's the biggest guy on their tribe.
Hmm.
So if they're wanting to take out a guy, it's between Nate and Rizzo.
Hmm.
But um and it is the crying for me, honestly, that was over the top. That's just personal preference.
Yeah.
So
You don't like the criers,
uh
do you?
not on the if you're it's the first episode, like come on.
Yeah.
Like get at least wait till day a week, a week.
Some people aren't making it to a week. They got to get their cries in, you know?
Whatever.
All right. So yeah, I thanks so much for indulging me on the winner and loser of the episode. Last thing I have to ask you before we wrap up for the evening is what are your predictions for next week? Like based on this episode, what are you expecting to happen? If you have any predictions.
I think I'm gonna go with my gut and say Kelly is gonna or Keely. Is it
Kella.
Keely or
It's
Kelly?
Kella.
Yeah, Kella. That's weird. I think Kella is gonna go to tribal again, and
Ooh.
uh, Annie is gonna go.
Annie is probably gonna go. All right, Annie will be second boot. All right, well then who would win who's going to like win the first like who's gonna get first in the immunity challenge? And would it be Uli or Hina?
I'm gonna go with Hina, and then
Hina.
Uli's gonna get second.
All right, so exact same format of this episode. You think it's gonna be just a repeat of this episode?
I think so.
Same shit next
Honestly,
episode.
it'll be messy. I mean, I feel like Kelly is gonna be messy. So
Yeah, I mean, do you think Annie's gonna? I mean, based on the next time on Survivor, it looks like Annie's putting up a fight, and the fight is actually going to be between Sophie and Annie. She was calling her a Karen at one point,
yeah, so more of a reason for people to take out Annie. So
right? I mean,
yeah,
is
I
it
feel
is
like
it a reason to take out Annie, or is it a reason to take out Sophie? Because not that they would, but
I feel like Annie more so than Sophie. I mean, if Sophie's already rubbing people the wrong way, then
yeah,
that's a good person to take to the end, so no one's gonna want to vote for her.
right. Bring that goat to the end. Um, Awesome. Thank you so much for your predictions. I'd love to hear it. But yeah, Zach, thank you so much for joining me today. This is the first like Survivor watch along that I've done, plus a little post episode recap show, and I appreciate you being the first guest that we have. Um,
Yeah,
I
I
yeah,
enjoyed it.
awesome. I'm glad you did. So can you sort of tell everybody this is going to be on YouTube, available on YouTube right after as well? But can you sort of give everybody give all your socials where people can find you, what you're up to? Give me all that.
Yeah, so uh, at the Zach Perez on all social media platforms.
Yep.
Um, and I actually do a Big Brother podcast slash reality TV show podcast, and it's called Our Reality. We're on all the streaming platforms and YouTube as well. Just look up Our Reality Big Brother; it'll pop up. We're finishing up the Big Brother season. The finale is on Sunday, and then we are also going to be going over. This is a loaded into the almost fourth quarter of the year.
Yep.
So we're going to be going over we're going to be recapping Survivor episodes and also the Amazing Race episodes, because
Oh my
this
God.
season on the Amazing Race, there are Big Brother players playing with their family members. So we're a Big Brother podcast first, so of course we're going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I have been pushing my co-hosts to cover Survivor. I feel like it's much simpler than Big Brother because there's not live feeds and there's just one episode, and
Mm-hmm.
we're good. And hopefully in the future we'll have Ty on there as well. And we also have a Discord. The link the link for all that stuff is in the bio on my Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
But feel free to reach out and come join us. We talk all reality TV, not just those. We like Real Housewives, Australian Survivor, UK Big Brother, everything, anything under the sun. Uh, will we'll at least talk about it. We may not cover it, but we'll talk about it.
Yeah, definitely. And I can confirm that Our Reality has been super fun. I joined their Discord. They've been super welcoming. I've, checked out a few of their podcasts as well. They live stream them on YouTube, and it's always fun to like listen in and have a good time. But yeah, thank you, Zach, so much for joining. I'm gonna make sure that I link all of this stuff in the description of the YouTube as well. So if you are watching on YouTube, make sure you check the description so you can follow Zack on everything, as well as a link over to Our Reality.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, but thanks again, Zack. I appreciate you stopping by today, and maybe we'll have you on a future episode as well, depending on where we're at. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you, Zack. I appreciate it. I will talk with you soon.
All right. See ya.
Bye, Zack. All right. This has been so fun. I can't thank y'all enough for hanging out today. We did a little pre-show, we watched Survivor, and now and then we had our little post recap show. This has been a little bit of a passion project for me. So I am happy that y'all hung out, you reacted with me. If you want, now you can watch the episode a second time, and if you want, you can watch along with me and see my reactions in real time. And that is all going to be up on YouTube as well as Twitch VOD. But yeah, if you want to find me, you can find me on all my socials are Ty_screams on everything except for Instagram. It's Ty_screams.tv. And that is because somebody still has the Ty Screams handle, even though they haven't posted in 10 years. So next week we will have another watch along party, and we are going to be having a new guest where Zach's not going to be joining us next week. We're going to have a different guest, and I am excited to announce that next week's guest is actually going to be Will Jinkies. And if y'all don't know who Will Jinkies is, literally Big Brother super fan. And why am I getting all these Big Brother people? I need to get some Survivor people in here. I just met a bunch of cool Survivor people. So we're going to bring Will Jinkies on. Will is going to hang out with us all evening and is going to be recapping Survivor with us. I gotta get in touch with Will. I gotta make sure that this is happening. It's been a thumbs up. But so next week we will have Will Jinkies as a guest, and then following that, I am going to be off for 2 weeks, which sucks.